There's going to come a time in your life when you've got to make the decision on whether you are going to work in your business or on your business. That is the question. And I'm going to tell you, you will have to choose a path. You'll have to decide whether you're going to allow yourself to work in your business or on your business. And when you're working in your business, you really aren't working on your business. So, welcome to Live for Free today, where we are going to talk specifically about choosing your battles like a CEO. I want to teach you how to master that and get to a point where you are truly operating as a CEO in your business and not always as the person who's running it. So let's go ahead and jump right in. Now I'm going to let you know, I have not mastered this fully, but every day I'm better and better, stronger and stronger, wiser and wiser in this space. So I'm going to let you know, as a person starting in either transitional housing, whether you are starting a new business, these are things that you will have to learn, and you'll get better over time. So as I'm talking to you, I'm talking to me too. So don't think I'm just looking at you and trying to tell you what you need to do. I'm talking to myself as well. So as you look at your business, you're going to have to make the tough decisions on what you're going to work on in that day, okay? You only have 24 hours in a day, first of all, let me tell you, to get things done. So as a leader who is building a business, you have to make a lot of tough decisions. And as you look at the things that have to get done, I'm just going to tell you, if you're just one person doing it, 9 times out of 10, you're doing both, okay? You're not going to be able to divide yourself in half and not work in your business and on your business. But you're going to have to learn how to create that flow as you move through that space so that you truly can get it done. So my desire for you is that you get to a point where you can work on your business. You really are operating in the role of the CEO, of the person who's running everything when you are there. And the tasks associated with that business, that's you working in your business, those things are done by somebody else. So that's the ultimate goal, is that you are working on your business and not in your business. So as you move through that space, because your goal is to first move to the place where you can be able to work majority of the time on your business. But many of you, 95% of what you do every day is you working in your business, doing the things that need to be done that generates the revenue that you need to generate, to create the results that you want to create, to meet those milestones that you said you were going to accomplish. Most of you are going to be doing that yourself. Okay, so as you move into that space, my goal is to get you there to where at least the things that you do in your business, someone else is doing them for you. So let's talk quickly before I get to the meat of making a choice. Let's get to the meat of really how you do that. Okay, I always like to look at the tasks associated with doing the work. And it's usually those tasks that are at least 80% of your time is spent doing. Those are the things that you really want to work on getting off of your plate and giving to somebody else. Why? Because if 80% of what you're doing is doing X or X, Y, and Z, you have somebody else doing X, somebody else doing Y, somebody else doing Z, then guess what's freed up? 80% of your time. So now that time can be used working on your business. So our goal is to get you to where all those items that you were working on, 80% of the time, the majority of the time, somebody else does. So whether, and this is in any space that you're in, but y'all know I talk transitional housing. So clearly looking at the tasks associated with that, you're going to spend the majority of your time, first of all, getting those relationships created with partnerships, getting that property full with the people who are going to participate in your program, making sure that they're following the processes that you laid out, making sure that there's a process for how, if you do have staff that's being paid, how are they being paid, what system are you using for that? Like, I can go through a plethora of tasks that you need to accomplish, but identifying the things that you spend a lot of time doing, that's what you need to do, is to get that to where you're not doing them. Initially when I got started, the big thing, I was always on the phone. Always on the phone. And I was able to I've streamlined a lot where even my people aren't on the phone that much. We don't spend time on the phone because when you're spending time talking, because you only have 24 hours, right? So in a 24-hour day, you want to be able to use that time wisely. So we have automation that's in place that takes care of the phone calls and makes sure that we're at least screening people properly. All of those things helped us be able to get to where we weren't spending a lot of time doing that. So I hope y'all caught that tip, because that automation using AI also are ways in which you can not only streamline your process and your time and how much you spend on it, but your team. Your team should not be spending time on the phone. Your team should be spending time doing the work that they can get done. Being efficient in how you utilize your time is critical. And as a matter of fact, I might just do an episode on that later. So if you had your notification set up and you've subscribed to my channel, you'll be able to be notified when those type of episodes come out. So I'll probably do a special one on that one, just so that you understand some of the automation that we've built into our business. But going back to the topic at hand, making the right choices as it relates to how you spend your time, finding those areas that you spend most of your time in your business, finding somebody else who can do that. Okay. And there's several different ways that you can do that as well. Whether there are people that you are actually hiring to work with you. VAs work wonderfully. That's what we use a lot. Our VAs to help us facilitate a lot of the things that we have to do. And then the boots on the ground, those are critical people and we don't need a lot. Like, you can do a whole lot with a few. So you just identify what those specific things are. So once you've identified those things that need to happen, you're no longer doing them. You can actually work on your business. Okay. So hopefully you got a good framework of understanding the type of things that you do in your business so that you can work on your business. Real briefly, on your business are specific things like, putting your milestones together, how you're going to achieve certain milestones, the specific strategies that you want to implement to grow your business to the next level, the type of partnerships that you want to build up to long-term, doing grants. All those things are you working on your business versus the actual work that gets the job done. So now that you understand fully what we're talking about, working in your business and working on your business, this is the next step, is when something shows up from over here and you're over here. Okay. You're over here performing, doing the best work that you can do, and a fire pops off. Somebody was trying to get moved in over the weekend and it didn't happen. And now all of a sudden, whose plate is it going to? They trying to put it on your plate. So let me tell you, when you get to a point like that, and I'm not going to tell you this is easy, because it's not. I deal with it every day. Every day, not just once a week in a blue moon. Every day, things try to come back on my plate to do. And as a leader, and once you recognize and know that you are a leader, your time is valuable. You only have a specific amount of time to do what's necessary. You got these people in place. That's their job to do. So once you understand it, and first of all, realize what team you've built up, because if you've not built a solid team, then yeah, every time you turn around, somebody's going to come with something that you have to manage, something that you have to do. So you have to learn how to shift that back to the person or people that you put in place to manage those tasks, right? And I get it. It's sometimes hard, especially, let's say that you built this and let's say you didn't do a great job on training, because training is everything. So once you have successfully trained your team to handle the things that are there, then you should be able to trust when fires pop off, them being able to handle what was given to them. Okay. So let me just tell you that first, is when you are in a situation where things keep coming over to you, so only for one of two reasons why it's coming to you, for the most part. It could be some others, but it's coming to you because, number one, the people who you've put in those positions are not confident in their space that they can do it without you. They're not trained well. So that is a failure in your processes and systems that need to be corrected, right? And you need to make sure you tighten that up. So that is a reason why they come over to you all the time. Those issues pop, coming to you because they weren't trained well. So making sure that you train your team well enough to handle the responsibilities that you've given them to do is critical to you being able to stay over here on your side of the fence. Remember, you're the CEO. You are the CEO. They are the ones running the programs, running the properties, they're managing the properties. All that stuff is them. So once you've done that well, everybody should stay in their lane. But when people start jumping lanes and coming over to you, that's a problem because you haven't trained them well, or the second reason, you keep taking it on. Okay? So, perfect scenario. Let's say that you've given responsibilities to this property manager to manage all the situation at the property, right? Their responsibility is to bring the person in, do the intake, get them set up the room, all that wonderful stuff. That's their job to do, right? And emergency happens, they call on you. Now, you have a decision to make as the CEO. You can either do what you've always done, because they may not be comfortable enough or confident enough to be able to handle it on their own, so they keep coming to you. Oh, how do I do this? Come help me. I want you to do this with me. We do so well together when we do it together, because when you were training them, they were doing it with you. But there's a way to train somebody, and I'm going to tell you how to properly train somebody in a space like this, or really any other business, okay? When you identify a specific task that somebody is supposed to accomplish, you need to first show them how to do it. You either have training in place, specific steps done, whatever it is, you're showing them how to do it. You showing them how to do it. They're watching you. They're taking notes, watching you. Now, if you're smart, all that stuff's on video so that they don't have to watch you. You don't have to take time out, but they're watching you. So your job is to make sure that they see what your expectation is related to any task that you've given them, number one. Then the next time you'll say, okay, let's do it together. So now you both do it together, right? You show them how, like you walk them through, and then after you've done it with them, you ask them questions. So what'd you think? How'd it go? Da-da-da. Like you're finding out how comfortable are you. Now this second step, depending on how deep the task is, might require you to do it more than once. But after you have passed it on and they've done it with you at least one solid time and they had no questions, then you observe them while they do it. And by the way, you're letting them know all that you're requiring to do this work so that they understand you're not here to be critical of them. You're here to coach them. You're here to help them be good at what it is they're doing. So once they do it, you praise them. Wonderful job. You did a good job doing XYZ. This is one thing I would tighten up. And you get to where you might have to do that once or twice, watching them to where they've got it. So once they understand what their job is, that last thing is they're doing it on their own. So that's a quick 4-step process you've given somebody to be able to do a task that you've had them do. So once you get there to where you can then trust that person, no fire that pops up, somebody needed to move in tomorrow. That person should not be calling you saying, hey, come do this with me. They shouldn't be doing that because you've trained them properly, right? So when you start jumping in and doing it for them, that's a you problem. That's a you problem that's not able to let go and delegate what you've given somebody to do and let them do their job. That is their job to do. So as a CEO, getting into this space where you are fully taking the things off of your plate so you can work on your business, that's that tough decision that you now need to make as a CEO. And it's not easy. Every day it's a challenge, especially if it's something you've built from scratch and you're maybe watching some things like, man, that should be different. Then quickly correct it. Correct whatever, what do you call that? Whatever fell through the cracks. You know I'm going. But whatever falls through the cracks, you need to catch it, seal it up so that nothing else falls through the cracks, so that they feel successful at doing the job that you are having them do. That is their role, not yours. So you as a CEO need to get into a position where you're doing that regularly. where you are making sure that if something does pop off or pop up that may need your attention, you quickly get delegated to who it belongs to, because it don't belong with you. Anything related in the business does not belong with you. It belongs with the leaders that you put in place to manage those things. Now, could they ask for advice for things quickly? But your time is valuable. You only have 24 hours in a day, and you're working on your business. But a part of working on your business should be inspecting what you expect. So if you have certain expectations, let's say you're looking for it to be 100% occupied by a certain time. Don't wait till the last minute, time out, why is this not done? And it's at 20%. You still have to work on your business. You coach whoever is in place to make sure those things happen, and then you move it through, okay? Because you have to continually work in your business and on your business, but spend most of your time working on your business and not necessarily in it. So I'm hoping that resonates with you. Those of you who are growing into a position of being a CEO, you are a CEO, you are a CEO, okay? Say that. You are a CEO, so your job is to now identify the things that you can do as it relates to these things, so that they don't become things you have to manage. Because those are weeds that are showing up in your business that you need to pull out. And as you pull it out, if you ever seen a garden, and I'm not a good gardener, but I do try. When you pull those weeds up, sometimes you have to do more than just pull them up. You need to put some spray on them to let them die to the roots, and then you pull them up. Like, your job is to make sure that weed don't come back again. So in your business, making sure that those weeds in your business don't keep coming back up. And I've seen that happen, not just in people's that I'm training in their business or the people who I coach, but in mine. And the moment I identify those weeds that keep coming up in the same spot, I'm like, ooh, yeah, we got to fix that, because I can't have this keep coming up and taking me from me working on my business. So those are solid things that you can do to make sure that you can build your business to a point where it can fully grow. Because I'm going to tell you, you cannot build a vision and manage weeds at the same time. So if you are a visionary leader and you have a big vision for what it is that you're building, then you cannot constantly be managing weeds. You can't do it at the same time, because those weeds are going to continue to stay and keep coming back up in your business, and you're still going to be stuck. So the question is, do you want to stay small? Because if you want to stay small, then yeah, keep at it, keep going. But if you truly see something big that you're building, you are limiting your ability to impact the world when you let weeds keep coming up in your business. And I'm going to tell you, it's costly. Think about how much time you have in a day and how much your time is worth. And how much your time is worth over the scheme of things. You have a large job to do, and we cannot take advantage that this is our purpose and this is where we're going. So you can't be in a position of allowing weeds to take over where it is that you're going. So hopefully this blessed you. Hopefully it can minister to you. If you've not joined my school community yet, please do so. You can do it at tonyschool.com. That's TONISKOOL.com. And when you join, because it's free on the main level, but I want to encourage you to at least look at the premium level so that you can get this type of training like we have group coaching every week where I talk with everyone. You get to watch the replays. You only get that at the premium level. But I look forward to seeing you in our school community so that I can help you become the leader that you need to be in transitional housing. So let's get out there and transform the world. And so it is.